Morning, everyone. This is Nadim, and with me is...
Hello, good morning. We're at Beijing West Station. This is your first time here,
This
right?
is my first time here.
Okay.
And how are you feeling about the day?
Today is going to be a really long day, but a lot of people will be going with us. Again, we are at Beijing West Station. That's one of the biggest train stations in all of China and one of the oldest. For me, this is a landmark in Beijing, but this still is your first time here.
This is still my first time. I've tried a few other railway stations in Beijing, but this is the first time I come here. So speaking about being here, where are we going today?
So we are going to take the Beijing-Guangzhou high-speed railway. That's the longest railway in China. It spans 2,300 kilometers, but this is going to be one of the fastest train trips in all of China too. We're going to cover that in 8 hours. Oh, hello. So,
just 8 hours?
Yeah, 8 hours.
To cover the longest route from north to south in China.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
This is interesting because I've had previously an experience with the green-skinned trains, which are like the slower type, and I went from Beijing to Yunnan, and it took around 30 hours on the train. And while it was an interesting experience, it wasn't really pleasant for my body. And so now, so for us to be covering, you said 2,300 kilometers in just 8 hours, I think that would be, I guess we'll have to see how it goes.
But you also know, like in the 2,300 kilometers, we're going to very diverse areas of China. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Provinces we're going to.
Yeah, I think I know. We're going to cross 5 provinces plus Beijing, which is a municipality. So we're going to start from Beijing, Hubei, Henan, Hunan, Hubei, and eventually we get to Guangdong, which is our final destination.
Yes, but well, I think this is made especially for this day for us. It says my best wishes to China because today is October the 2nd, but this is a very big week for us. On October the 1st, that's our National Day, and yesterday is also the Mid-Autumn Festival. And of course, Chinese, we do love everything red and festive about it. Why don't we just go around this for a little bit? And also, I'm quite interested. This is my first time with you too, and I think, what are you looking forward to? I mean, we're going to see a lot of things. What are the most interesting things for you?
I think one of the most interesting things that I am expecting is the different landscapes going from north to south, going through countryside, going through cities, and even provinces, because you have diverse architectural styles. So I think that would be interesting to see from the train, which is something that you can't see from a plane anyway. And so I think that is, for me, something that I'm looking forward to. What about you?
Well, I am going to see, one of the very interesting things we are going to see in the 2,300 kilometers is that we are going to cover so many economic hubs. Like, of course, Beijing is the center of the Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei region. And then we're going to Zhengzhou, that's central China's traffic hub. It's one of the fastest growing cities in all of China. And then we're going to Hunan province, which is, significant in terms of Chinese history
and culture, about tourism.
Yeah, and of course we know the Greater Bay Area is making all the buzz. But one of the interesting things I just noticed that this really says how important Beijing West Station really is. It's one of the biggest stations in China, and almost 50% of all trains on the Beijing Guangzhou high-speed railway start from here.
Half of them.
We see how busy it is. It's like every 3-4 minutes they have one going around.
I mean, today was crazy on the road getting here, even though...
Oh, today?
Yeah. Today, it was ridiculous. I couldn't even get a cab to get here because it's the holidays.
But it's already the second day.
Yeah, but I mean, you know that there's a travel rush, and I think even though the Mid-Autumn Festival and the National Day are usually significant for Chinese people in terms of going for tourism and traveling around, this year is even more significant just because we're finishing off an outbreak, and now that it's under control, this is, an opportunity for people to really hit the road and enjoy their time.
I get that too. We kind of arrived here before 5:30, and there are a lot of people rushing in, and the workers on the railway have been telling us they've seen the flow of travelers coming back probably not 100% as 2019, but
Which is understandable.
but it's getting back. Speaking of the workers and people who spend their whole career on the tracks, we're going to meet someone really special. She knows all about Beijing West Station and everything you are interested about China's railway.
Sure.
So without further ado, let's introduce.
I will.
Hi. So we have a very special guest here today. She's Miss Wang Lingna, and anything you are interested in, I'm going to translate to you. But first, we'll let Miss Wang say hi to us. 谢谢您今天就接受我们采访了。先跟我们简单介绍一下您叫什么名字，然后工作。
我叫王琳娜，是北京西站036候车室的负责人。我是从02年，然后到咱们北京西站，然后到今年已经工作了18年，一直在我们这个036爱心候车室这个为旅客提供服务。
OK，非常高兴今天能认识你。我叫孙叶，他是你的地址。今天我们会坐京广线。
你好。
So, Miss Wang Lina, she has worked 18 years on. Not only in the Beijing West Station, she's responsible for one of China's, I think, best waiting halls. And this is a hall that's, if you see already, that's very considerate and works to give people warm, even in a very busy schedule. And she's going to walk us through all the way to the platforms. So let's go.
Be able to catch our train eventually.
Yeah, thank you. So as we go through here, this is what her waiting hall number 036 is special for. 您说这个036候车室非常特别，我们边走边讲说它为什么是一个像是一个明星候车室。
因为我们这个036呢是以这个人的胸牌号命名的。036呢最早就是北京北站柜务服务员李淑珍的胸牌号码。然后李淑珍老人到当时70年代的时候呢，热心的帮助旅客，为南来北往的旅客呢排忧解难，赢得了广大旅客的认可和赞誉。然后他的徒弟呢宋敏娟从北京北站呢调到我们北京西站工作，带来了036的好成绩。
I have a lot to translate, but this is a bit of history here. The waiting hall 036, Miss Wang. Which Miss Wang is responsible for, has a very long history. It started more than 40 years ago, and it's always known and famous for being nice and being considerate to the passengers. And she just showed us all the wheelchairs. And yes, and you
Actually saw that there's a guy in the background as well. He's on a stretch.
如果在担架上面就是重点
因为我们候车室是专门照顾老幼病残孕这种特殊旅客出行的候车室，所以呢，在我们候车室就会免费为旅客提供轮椅和担架的服务。
So, one more thing. You're exactly right. This is the waiting hall for people with special needs, including medical needs. Everything you think of. And they say they try to prepare them beforehand and anticipate what they are going to need. But you were saying there are a lot of things, including the preventive measures.
Yeah.
For what kind of
Yeah. So what kind of preventive measures they have in place right now to ensure the safety of the staff and as well the passengers, especially with, the whole outbreak?
我们边走边讲，但是这个问题是说，现在还是在这个疫情防控期间，我们北京西站都做了一些什么事儿？
疫情以来呢，我们也是这个迎难而上。然后虽然是客流减少了，但是我们这个责任和压力呢更加的重要了。对每一个旅客呢进行这个负责。我们在进出站口呢分别设置了这个远红外的测温仪，然后对每一个旅客呢进行一个全面的测温工作。特别是有这个发现这个发热的旅客呢，我们会及时的联系地方的卫生防疫部门进行一个处理。
So she says the coronavirus pandemic really put a lot of pressure on them, and they put into place a lot of preventive measures, including one of the most important things is taking temperature. hitting temperature all the time. So now in Beijing, you don't have to wear a mask outside, inside. Yes. So on the train, you should, but here it is really okay. 而且像您说，就今年这个旅客好像回升也很快，是吧？
确实是这样子的。我们在2月份这个疫情发生以来呢，客流是逐步减少的。但是从这个黄金周期间来看呢，我们这个假日运输组织呢是从这个9月28日到我们这个。
In front of us right now, actually.
Such a crowded place.
I mean, it's always like this in transportation hubs, whether it's airports, seaports.
Oh, 我们在这里，他说他刚刚坐了一个绿皮火车，然后刚才看到那边也有绿皮火车走，所以北京西站真的很厉害，就是各种类型、各种线路其实都有。而且应该说是可能最近这几年的铁路发展，北京西站发展最快。
是这样的，因为北京西站是我们现在是高铁。
Lines altogether, and from here you can reach 170 cities across China.
What is the furthest from here?
因为我们这个京广高铁比较长，然后京广高铁是2281公里，然后到达这个广州站。
You know, we are going on the longest.
We're the furthest one.
Yes. So the destination, the farthest is Guangzhou, and we are going to.
I guess you can't go any further in Guangzhou because that is the sea.
Yes, and again, this is really good for Beijing Guangzhou high-speed railway. It's going to be 2,300 meters, but we are going to cover that distance, as we said earlier, in just 8 hours on China's high-speed railway, and that's roughly over 300 kilometers an hour.
Wow. I have one last question for our guest. 18 years of experience. Can she summarize it in 1 or 2 words? Because I think that China's railway system developed so fast in 18 years, and I think she's witnessed that. So if she can just summarize it in 1 or 2 words, what would they be?
他说，其实今天最后一个问题是也是最重要的问题，是要问你，已经在这里18年了，18年见过好多好多不同的变化，您能不能用1-2个词来总结一下您这个职业生涯看到的？这是最大的。
我觉得是复兴号吧，复兴号。因为我记得我在上学的时候是在98年，那个时候到这个石家庄用时需要3个小时，经历了这个20多年的高速铁路的发展，我感触非常的深。作为一个中国人，我也感觉非常的骄傲，能够看到我们自主研发的这个复兴号品牌驰骋在我们这个中国高速铁路上。我感觉的是非常的骄傲和自豪，因为复兴号是我们这个自己研发和这个使用的。
谢谢。So she said that the most important thing, the most memorable thing she witnessed in 18 years is the invention of the Fuxing bullet train, which we are going to take today. She said when she first started working. Between Beijing and Shijiazhuang, which is a very nearby city. Yes, it takes 3 hours on a regular speed train, but now with Fuxinghao, it's barely half an hour.
Okay.
So that's a huge change. And she said multiple times that she's really, really proud to be a railway worker in Beijing West Station, and we definitely feel that she's all dressed up in the uniform. 所以今天非常非常感谢你，就是最后跟我们这个观众朋友就是我们今天。非常重要的中国铁路这个进展的时候，您最后有一句有没有什么就是要抒发的感想？
在这个2节来临之际呢，我们也是祝愿这个广大的旅客都能够平安的、顺利的坐高铁回家，然后祝愿我们伟大的祖国繁荣昌盛。
好的，谢谢你。She said best wishes as received best wishes to every passenger. She said they are going to have a safe journey home on China's high-speed train, and happy birthday again to China. 所以非常感谢，谢谢您，下次再见。
谢谢。I'm looking at the time on the platform, and it's 6:30, so we're running late soon.
Yeah. Okay. So 1/10 of an hour. We are going to shortly be taking another Fuxing train on the Beijing-Guangzhou high-speed railway, and that's going to be the longest journey on our China Express special program. We are going to update you throughout the day on what we are going to see. And
we're going to see a lot of things.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing you on the other side. So stay tuned to CGTN, whether the channel or the digital platforms, for more from our trip and other trips being taken right now across the country.
Yeah. Okay. So see you soon.
Thank you so much, and see you very soon.